I knew it was over when she went to go take a shower and left her planner, like her organizer, wide open on the bed right next to me. So what I do, took a look down there, took a look at the calendar.
As you
should.
It
showed that the week before she had penciled in some guy's name and wrote time to end things. Okay, so maybe she was seeing somebody and she's willing to move on, so she went to go end it in person. All right, I respect that. But I kept reading. It also said, went to end it, but ended up having sex! Exclamation point.
Wow.
So, as you can tell by that story, this is a show about talking about past relationships. We may not have been the best significant others or partners to our girlfriends, but we are loyal to our fans. So hey, if you're watching this and you're ready for some good stories, the only that your Theo and Filthy Pete can give you on the Gentleman's Hour, please like, subscribe, and comment. Come on, comment. We need them. We need your subscriptions. And plus, you don't want more of your two favorite gentlemen?
Yeah, dog.
All right, so this show is from lovers to lessons on
Cue
the
the
Gentleman's
intro.
Hour.
Hey, that shit was good, bro. That thing had me captivated.
I'm getting better and better, huh?
It had
That's
everything.
What I'm trying to do is captivate people. That's what they
It had everything, bro. Everything I wanted and more.
It had everything. Let's see if we got everybody going. Let's see if we can finish the job. All right, so we're going to talk about like red flags. Do you have either a relationship or maybe a moment from a relationship that you saw that it was a big red flag and you were like, okay, that's a deal breaker. I don't think I can keep going on.
Yeah. You know what?
Okay.
I had a relationship once, and it wasn't a planner like you. It was a pager, right?
Oh,
because I must have been probably like 19, maybe.
Okay.
And things had already kind of started to go downhill real quick, and I don't know if I didn't accept it or I didn't want to accept it. I don't know, but basically, I went to go meet up with her, and she had a new pager, and I was kind of like, "Well, that's different." And kind of the same thing. She left it on the coffee table at her mom's, and I was like, "Oh, okay." But she left it upside down, and on the little clip, remember the belt clip or the pocket clip or whatever, it had the number and it had the 4-digit pin. So I was like, "Oh, all right, cool."
What the heck?
So I wrote it down, boom, 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 and then I went home. I was like, I'm gonna go home. I started checking her voicemails, so I kind of had access to her voicemail. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, dog,
okay.
And everything unraveled, dog. Everything that I already kind of knew was just kind of out in the open now. And I mean, it was like messages from some dude, like in the morning. I'm going to work. It was voicemail.
They were already in.
Yeah,
like
it was fully. It was out. It was gone, bro. That thing was dead in the water.
Damn,
and I was like, oh.
How'd you feel? You were like pretty heartbroken, or?
Yeah, no. Well, you know what? I think I was more embarrassed and maybe more ashamed of myself, because, like I said, it hadn't been good for a while, but I just kind of kept on thinking, oh, you know what? It'll get better, or maybe this is like a phase or something, and just being young and dumb, dude, not being able to realize like the potential was not there. Like there was like 2020 hindsight. Like I look back, obviously now, it's like, dude, why should have left a long time ago?
Bullet.
Yeah. But that was a full, like, a humongous red flag, bro. That relationship had so many red flags.
All right, so then since you shared that one, I'm going to share the one that I was talking about in my original, my intro. I think I was going to tell it somewhere else, but hey, might as well get it out of the way. So me and this chick had been dating for a long time, actually. And I actually met her. She was underage. She was like 17. I was like 19. But I had been dating her while I was in college. uh, while I was in college, and then we moved in together. She was living with me while I was. This was right after college, and eventually, I took her for granted. I didn't treat her that good, and I was like, I'm going back home, Palmdale, whatever. And she stayed down here, and so we were still talking or whatever. And it was like we were still together, but it was like you could tell, And I think I was already trying to mess around out here. I probably already was. Anyway, she told me that she had met a guy, and instantly I was just like, what? Like, oh shit. Like, no, we can't. So we started talking again, and then I was the one like, no, like why I don't want to end this, da da da, whatever. But we lived 3 hours apart.
Yeah.
So I went down. I was supposed to go down there I was supposed to go down there that weekend so we could talk. And in my head, I knew we would, fix it and get it going again, whatever. And that's where, we hadn't even done anything yet. I think she just came over, and that was the whole shower. I found the thing, and boom, found out that she had been boning that guy and still doing it.
Hey, but that's crazy writing it down, bro.
I know, bro. I know. What's
like
crazy
that
is right when
she wanted
right
that
when
to be
I saw
read.
it, I closed it, but I should have went back. Like, it probably was some crazy in there. Oh, we were doing this, and I had a foursome with him and his buddy. Like, who knows what she was there? No,
Yeah.
she was a good girl, but just the fact that she was willing to maybe still work it out with me, even though she went to go break up with that dude and boned him. It messed me up. So I confronted her about it, and we got into it, and that was it from the end. We ended up almost the next night. We ended up going out. We got drunk at a bar, and we were just like, we ended up hooking back up, but we didn't go all the way. And she stopped me, and I don't know if it was because of the other dude or because she did. I don't know, but she was like, yeah. And just after that, that was it. That was a wrap.
That's wild.
I saw her a couple. Yeah, I saw her a couple times here and there, but we never, And I could have probably thought we would have maybe been married because we were young, and I was comfortable with her. I could easily just,
So it was really serious then. It wasn't like
as serious as you can be for
term.
what, 22, 23. You know what I mean? I didn't treat her that good. I kind of took her for granted. I was already tired of her, and that's why I figured, she'll never leave. She'll never go anywhere. I have her wrapped around because I met her when she was young, all that.
Yeah.
Little did I know that other homie who was in the calendar book, I guess, was putting it down because she ended up marrying that dude.
No,
but it was like
really?
some weird thing. Yeah, he was in the military, and they just did it for like benefits or something. It was something weird, and then they got divorced or whatever.
Some sort of fraudulent relationship.
Something weird. But that was my my sobriety. I don't know, whatever. It's a red flag if someone's putting in a journal that they're boning some other dude while they're
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's the original screenshot right there.
Hey, but you know what? That jacked me up. It just shocked me because I didn't think she could do that to me. So it really I remember it was like a dagger. I mean, not so much like I was in love. I didn't even know what that was back then. But just the fact that it humbled me real quick. Like that was a shot to the ego.
Do you think it broke your heart?
I don't know because I don't know if I was in love with her. It did something to me. I was depressed. But it wasn't that long. You know what I mean? And I had already moved away from her, so it wasn't like I was so in love, like, oh, I can't leave. You know what I mean? It was just more of a shot to my my ego.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Okay, what's your biggest breakup, and why or how did it affect you the most?
Mine for sure is probably with Cass's mom. I mean, just because everything. I mean, there's a child involved. There's everything that goes with the child support, custody,
right?
Split holidays. I mean, you name it, bro. It's like it's something that never ends. I mean, obviously now it's a little different because she's an adult, but it's something that you can't prepare for. It's something that you can't get used to, and I think the hardest part is just dealing with it because it's a daily thing. You know what I mean? Especially if you want to see your kids every day and you can't.
Is that why it affected you most? Is more because of your daughter, or because for losing her?
1,000,000%, bro, is because of Cass.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like I said, I obviously me and her mom had a relationship. I'm not gonna badmouth her or anything, but like the hardest part for me was with Cass. It wasn't like, oh man, I really miss her. Or I really
lost out on the one.
Yeah, I'm trying to mend things up. Nah, dude, it was because I mean, Cass was young, bro. I mean, we split up 3 times, bro. So it was kind of like you go once and then you go back. You go
Right,
again and
right.
you go back. Like that's another red flag. Like just not like going
Yeah,
back to the
going back and
same.
not right.
Yeah, what's that? What does
What's gonna
Einstein
change?
say? If you
What's
do,
changing? Nothing.
yeah, what's that? What's his quote?
Is
If
it
you
the
do the
one
same
if you
thing,
keep doing
expect
the same
different
thing over and
results or something.
over? Yeah, expect.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm like,
that's
and
insanity.
it's rough, bro. And I think to be honest, I think the reason I did it was because of Cass, because I thought she deserves to have her mom and dad, and I will try to my best and put up with whatever I can and whatever. But I mean, if it's not good, it's not gonna get better. I mean, it'll
Right,
be
right.
okay, but it ain't gonna be. It's not gonna be better.
Unless you fix the core issues or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
it's really hard, especially like we were both young, we were both dumb and just immature. Especially me, I was very immature, and yeah, I think we just wanted different things at different times, and it was just hard, like really hard.
Yeah,
Especially like I
that's the
said,
same for
because
me.
like holidays, bro, holidays were the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That when it first starts, that's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the same for me. Is I mean, with my kid's mom, not because the same thing, but I don't even think it would have worked anyways. You know, if whatever, say, we didn't split up or we didn't have kids, like we were just our personalities were just too different. It wouldn't have worked. Um, but that's the worst breakup because of the kids breaking
Yeah.
that up. And I was willing to just stick it out until they were, 18 and all gone to college. And then it's like, all right, now I'm going to go ahead and do me and break up. You know what I mean? But so she ended it earlier than that. I ended up getting laid off from work. I was at a downtime. So I think she was like, oh, this is the time to strike. So,
Damn.
but cause I would have just stuck it out. I could just,
Yeah.
I could deal with whatever. And then once the kids were older and they're out, then I had that talk with them. I got to now do this for me, my life, whatever. But you're right. The hardest one is the holidays when you're first doing that.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? I don't get to see them on Christmas
On
Day, on
Christmas Day, bro, or like
Thanksgiving, or like,
it's hard, bro. It's so hard.
yeah. What about the wrong type of girls? When did you first start to realize like, oh, that's not maybe necessarily a girl I could take home to mom and pops,
I
but
think I
I
think
can't stay away.
I think the majority of them were the wrong type of girls, and I mean not to badmouth any of them, wherever they are, and just find themselves on this planet. But I just think, especially once I had Cass, I think any girl that I showed interest in had to have a certain standard, had to have a certain like. I don't want to say that I was like kind of just like judging them or critiquing them. I needed somebody that was going to be long term because I didn't want to just bring anybody around her. And I'm just kind of like, is this really serious or is this just for fun?
Right, right.
And if it's just for fun, then let it be that. But it was mostly like I don't think I was looking for serious. I said, you know what, if I get somebody, it needs to be somebody my age, and if I do meet somebody my age and they don't have kids, they're gonna want kids, and you don't have that much time once you hit like 30. It starts to go,
Right.
gets a little harder. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty much that, bro. Like I think I looked at them kind of like they were the wrong ones. Maybe I
Yeah.
classified them as that, so I maybe didn't give them a chance. And there were some good ones in there, but I didn't seize the moment, I guess.
Yeah, that's the same. I mean, when you're young, I don't think you realize that because when I'm young, before I had my kids, I didn't care if they were bad or not. I wasn't even. If anything, it's just, oh, that's gonna be my girlfriend, but it's not. I wasn't thinking marriage, anything like that in my 20s. Like that was the furthest thing from my mind. Then after I had my kids, honestly, I still didn't want to be back. I didn't want to go right back into a relationship, or I didn't even know if I even wanted to get married again a second time. But I did want to be out there in them streets. You know what I mean? When I didn't have my kids. Um, but that was again because I don't know necessarily that I even wanted to settle down. Like I was kind of like I'm cool. On these off weeks I have my kids and I'm content. I'm good
Yeah,
when I have them, and then when I don't, I'm out here dating and doing like I'm good with this life. You
it's a
know what I
good
mean? And then
routine.
I go right back to my kids, and I don't have any drama with no girlfriend. You know what I mean? It was like I like this, but
Do you feel that
met
got old?
Dez. Yeah, so when I met Dez, it was kind of like I was still in that mode of like, nah, I still want to, and she lives over there. Like, I'm gonna still date and go out or whatever. But then it just slowly, like, I don't know. This is a good one. If I mess up, if I keep playing these games, then I'm gonna lose out. You know what I mean? So it was like I had to make that, and I was already getting older too. Where you're right, it was getting kind of old. The same going out and getting drunk. Like, yeah, it's cool the first couple times. After a while, it's just like same old BS.
Hey, that's a sign of maturity.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was getting tired of it. So
wow.
Yeah, I got one over. I didn't think you could cuff up. You could play that kind of defense on me, but she locked me up. She put a
she tamed this wild stallion.
Full court press. Yeah, bro. Have you seen those where they have the stallion out of control and they have to slowly, but then eventually they break them? That's me now. I dance. I like.
Now you're just a show pony.
Yep, I'll show.
Yeah, you're a Clydesdale. You were a roaming stallion. Now you're just a Clydesdale, bro.
Yeah, bro.
In a parade.
Those are the good old days. But you know what? Those are the good old days, but it gets tiring fast, man. It gets tiring real fast.
You know what? I wouldn't even call them
empty. You feel empty after.
Yeah. They're not fulfilling.
Yeah, not
fulfilling. Like, at least for me. Exactly. I mean, if you're out and wild and about, hey, handle your business. But for me, like, I look back and I'm like, you know what? Those were good times, but they weren't fulfilling, bro. Like, I had no direction. Yeah. I had no, like.
Yep, exactly.
I was just kind of like wherever the tide took me. And it's like, if I try to talk to a girl, cool. If I didn't, oh well. And then the same thing, like you said, I had Cass, cool. Pick her up Fridays and we chill Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I take her back to her mom's and then go back to work. It's kind of like it's a weird like dynamic, bro. Like it's funny because when you're going through it, you don't realize it, and it's not until you like look back. And like right now, I'm like, dude, I'm so busy now, and I feel like my life is a lot like happier. Yeah, because I think I do have a lot of I have a lot of stuff to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And it keeps me busy, and it's everything I see everything kind of develop around me.
Yeah.
And I like that, bro. That's a good feeling.
Yeah. No, exactly the same. When I used to go out, yeah, it's fun that Friday night when you're out there and you're drunk. It's not fun the next day. It's not fun on Sunday when you got to get ready for, work tomorrow. It's not fun when some chick that you don't like at all is trying to text you and you trying to when are we going to hang out again? And you're trying to make up reasons not to. That's not fun. You know what I mean? Like all the bad outweighs the good, unfortunately. So
yeah,
that's how it was for me. What about after a breakup? And it doesn't have to be the one with her, but was there any breakup where after you were like, oh damn, I just learned a little something about myself, whether it's good or bad?
You know what? I haven't been in that many relationships where I'm like I haven't been in that many relationships where I've been the one to end it. I've pretty much been dumped in all of them, or the majority of them. And I think from all of them, I've learned something. I've kind of learned, okay, I didn't like this from this person, or this person took advantage, or I didn't know it at the time, but they were obviously like now everybody calls them red flags or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, back then, dude, I think from every female that I've ever. Even if I went on like one date, a blind date, somebody hooked me up, we went on a double, whatever, any kind of interaction, I think I always took a little something from it, and
right.
For the most part, I think it made me more of an a-hole. the more I was like dumped, the more I was not mistreated, but it was like damn, maybe I didn't feel like I did anything wrong, but whatever. And then you kind of learn like, okay, I didn't like that, so maybe I don't like that in a female. Maybe I don't like
right.
the way I treated her. Because obviously when you get dumped, it's because you did something wrong. At least in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. For me,
you look like more of a heartbreaker than a heartbroken.
I think that one chick, that one was the only one that really broke up with me. And I don't even know if necessarily she just broke up with me. I mean, she just basically boned that dude, and we just said, all right, this ain't anything. But it did teach me that, like, I can't take these chicks for granted. I got to put in equal, equal work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that I definitely took her for granted. She's young. She ain't going anywhere. She moved over. She followed me to move over to San Diego. Like, she's never going anywhere. And it's like, oh, dang. Like, I'm not walking on water. I'm not Jesus, bro. You know what I mean? Like, she put me in my place real quick. That
It's
was
a wake up call for sure. Yeah.
It's a wake up call. Yeah.
Like, damn.
So then if I ever got dumped again, it was going to be because, I knew what I was doing. You know what I mean? Because this one I didn't know. She completely blindsided me. But yeah, I definitely learned from that one. And I think you're right too. I learned from a lot of different relationships, even if it wasn't like boyfriend, girlfriend, just learn some kind of things. Maybe like, oh, you know what? I don't really like a chick that does that. And I'm not trying to be like that. Oh, like you got to be this perfect, but it is true. You have to know what you can put up with and what you can't. If you just know we're gonna clash personality wise, why would you stick with that just to stick with it? Maybe if you're young and dumb, yeah, but when you get older, it's like nah.
I don't think you should have to tolerate anybody.
Yeah,
like tolerate what they do, how they act. Like if you don't like a girl carrying a gun in her bag, dude, in her purse, then don't put it up with it.
Don't be with her. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you do,
change it.
Cool. And it's a trip because when now that like obviously I've grown up and I've hung around certain people and I see like other people and couples and I'm like, damn, like I trip out on them, man. Like there's some people that are super in love and
yeah, it's
like, oh, I've been with them since high school and oh man, I'm like, that's great. And then there's people that are like constantly in and out. Like I know some people that are like, oh, I just broke up, but now I'm dating this guy. It's like, well, who did you like? Did you even have time like in between? Like to me, it's like, dude, you gotta like kind of regroup and adjust.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Some people can't do that. I'll admit I'm not like that bad, but like I feel like I have to be in some kind of.
I have to be loved.
I used to think that I have to be in a relationship or at least seeing. You know what I mean? I gotta. Yeah, I used to. Yeah. Which is kind of weird because that's like I should have been okay to be like, hey, I can be on my own. You know what I mean? Yeah. Rather than be talking with somebody that there's not really a future or you don't really want to, but it's like I have to because
You're like, oh man, why are you hanging around?
What about this? Have you ever, or could you now ever be friends with an ex?
Like define friends, like hanging out with them all the time?
Like maybe Facebook friends.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
But
I don't think I'm trying to invite
other.
Huh?
Would your significant other have a problem?
Yeah, I don't think I'm trying to invite anybody over and like, hey, come have a barbecue with us, but I mean, yeah, why not? I'm kind of mature.
Laura would be cool with that?
I don't know. We've never really talked about it. I don't know. Yeah, it's never. I mean, because it's never been like, oh, hey, you know what? Do you mind if I have my ex as a friend? She'd be like, what? You know what I mean? Nah, it is what it is. I mean, you kind of leave it for that.
Yeah.
And then I don't think that bridge will ever be crossed. Hopefully, but yeah.
I mean, I feel the same way. I feel like you should be able to. I don't. I maybe have like one on Facebook. My first original like high school girlfriend, but it's like I even forgot that we were like dating. It's been so long. I just like thought of it as like a classmate, like, oh yeah, my classmate. That was like my first like real girlfriend, girlfriend. Not just goofy style, but yeah, I couldn't. And I know Desiree would not be cool. Hey babe, the girl I lost my virginity to is coming over tonight.
She's coming over. Dinners. We're having a barbecue and she's bringing potato salad.
Yeah, is that cool or what? No, I think she definitely wouldn't be cool with it, and I wouldn't either. Like honestly, the only way maybe is if it was like a childhood friend, and then we dated later, and it was like we're better as friends, and then it was like something like that. But I'm not really friends with a lot of girls or women, even like at work. I don't have like work, you know what I mean? I just go and I don't know. I don't know. I think because if I'm talking to a chick, I only have one mode. You know what I mean? I only have one. I only have one
drive.
Speed.
There's no neutral or reverse. Yeah.
So it's like unless I'm snake charming her, there's no reason for me to be talking to him or hanging out with him. So and I know Desiree would not fly with it, be cool with it, and I wouldn't be cool the other way. Like, oh yeah, you want to bring over your
ex,
2 of your exes to come in here? Yeah,
tell them to bring me a 40.
Yeah.
Now
I wouldn't be cool with it, so I can't imagine she would be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, like I said, it's never come up. it's never been an issue. So I mean, I just feel like as a mature adult, I think it's okay. I mean, for me, it's never come up, so it hasn't been an issue for me. So
Yeah, I saw that same first. It was like I call it my first real girlfriend from high school. It was freshman year. I think we dated freshman, and then I think I broke up with her sophomore year because I thought, oh man, I got too many other chicks on the line. I
there's
got
too
to
many
get out of
knocking at the
this.
door.
And then I never slept with anybody else that whole time. But that relationship I saw like just maybe a couple years ago when I went to the little restaurant bar across the street, Madrano's, with Roni, and we were in there. We were listening to karaoke or whatever, and then like she was with her husband at another table like right next to us. I remember kind of just like you're just kind of glancing around, and I remember just kind of seeing her in that face like what do I know that person from? And I think it was the same for her. And then when we finally did, like, I think we both got up at a certain time. We bumped in. Like, oh, hey, oh yeah, hey, how are you? And honestly, I'm telling you, I just thought of her as like a classmate. I forgot that we dated, and I don't want to say what else. 'Cause I want her
And
to
then
be a
that fool was
subscriber
looking at
too.
you like, "Hey, homie."
No, that was the thing that was weird too. Is that like I didn't? Do I say like, oh yeah, I used to bone your wife, or I used to
Nah,
date your wife?
man, what come on? Not to make it awkward, but
No, he was a real nice guy too, and I don't think she probably just said, I don't know, who knows what she said, but I would just assume she said like, oh, I went to high school with him or something, because he was just like, oh, how you do? She was like, oh, this is Paul. I think she didn't even say like, oh yeah, we went to high school together. It was like, she did a little more than that, but yeah,
then you're all
that's
mad,
true
you're all
too.
offended.
Yeah, hey, give me the proper respect.
Yeah, come on, man.
But yeah, and it was like 2 minutes. She's like, "Oh yeah, how you doing? Yeah, good. All right, da da da." And that was it. And then
You should have done a song with Homeboy.
Two lovers or two lovers.
Oh man, straight Eskimo brothers. Oh man.
All right. Let's get out of this one. If one of your exes made a podcast episode about you, what's the worst thing you think they would say?
Oh, he's a a-hole. Yeah,
But I mean,
sure.
everybody probably says that. Nothing. Okay, nobody has any. None of them have any deep dirt on you or anything.
I mean, if they do, they can air it out. I don't fear anything. I don't think there's any statute of limitations that are still active. Obviously, if I did something, I mean, that's what it is, bro. I mean, it is what it is.
But basically, you're just like the typical, just you were a dick.
Yeah, I was. I mean, yeah, I was young and mature. A lot of stuff was. I did a lot of stuff out of spite at a certain point because, like I said, I've been dumped a few times, and I think my actions were out of spite. My feelings were hurt, and I mean, like I said, if they do like the gentleman woman's hour, and they're exposing it, hey man, go for it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll even be a guest star.
And bringing out the jerk himself. Yeah, you have to throw at him. That would be the same for me. Yeah, just like a
he
dick.
sucks. We hate him.
The only thing I would say that I did that was kind of I would do as bad is that like I was kind of a pussy back then. Like if I knew this wasn't working with a chick, rather than just like be a man, bro, and like, hey, you know what, I
Cut it.
I enjoyed our time together, but it's just like it's not working for me anymore or whatever. Just basically be honest and say this isn't for me. I would just start pulling up like ghosting them or just being a dick and picking fights, kind of make them, you know what I mean? And so I did that a lot.
You think you did that because like you wanted them to end it? Like it was your
I
way
wanted them to do it. I never like to be the bad guy.
Because that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I get that.
Yeah, I would pick little fights until they got pissed and like
man, forget this guy.
I guess you're right.
He argues about everything. He doesn't like ketchup. Who doesn't like ketchup? What's wrong with this guy?
Well, you know what that is? That's more of a like insecurity and like conflict. And so
like you said, you don't want to be the bad guy. I'm exactly the same way.
Yeah, I would feel
That's
better.
That's probably why I got dumped so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just happen to have a better record than me.
I would much rather the chick walk out on me than me just be a man and have a talk with her. I don't know. I was a pussy, bro. I was afraid of. Because some chicks could get pissed at you, man. If you even hint that, like, I'm not really, and they
They
just
get
get so
really upset,
pissed.
and I don't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like it, so I'm like, man, I'm not. Just make them do it. I just make them, Or
Oh
they and
man.
some of those back in the day, there was no cell phone, so they call the house. I tell my sister, oh, he moved, right? Or Ice got him, bro. Ice got him.
You
We haven't heard from him in months.
you just rip your page out of their planner and be like, hey man, they have no more my contact info. They don't know my address, my favorite color. I don't know.
Yeah, but back then there was no cell phones, so they couldn't really. You know what I mean? You just, if you weren't home, you weren't home. What are they gonna do? Did you ever have one that, and maybe this is even like a girlfriend, but maybe just someone you knew, and like wish, like, damn, that was a one that I wish I would have, that one got away. Whether you were actually with her or got away in terms of like, I didn't even do anything, and I probably should have. She was a badass chick, maybe like a friend or a classmate or something.
No, I don't think so. I mean, the only reason, like I said, when after I had Cass, any girl that I dated, I don't think I looked at her long term because I just didn't. I didn't think even if they could have been whoever, dude, name insert whoever you think is the perfect woman. I didn't think that way. Like, oh, like I'm gonna introduce you to my daughter. You were gonna have a life, and I want you to be like a mom. No, I never thought of that. Thought of anybody that way. I want to say probably until until I started, I got with Laura, because I think she's probably the only one that actually met her on a one-on-one. Like, I think I had to like set it up. I had to tell Cass, what, I'm dating somebody and I want you to meet her. And we took her out and it was like a whole day. And I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't think she's met any other one.
That's cool.
So, so I mean, to me, that's, I don't think I had that option. So it was just that.
Yeah. I mean, I did the same when I was dating. Me and Desiree were already together. She was coming every other weekend, and that's when they first met her. But that's because we would go to their games. So it wasn't my weekend to have them. But of course, I'm going to still go to the games and everything. So I would, in the beginning, Desiree would come down and she wouldn't even go. I would be like, yeah, it might be weird. I don't want to make it, it's their game. They're still little. I don't want to make it uncomfortable. I want them to. But then they did start to kind of meet her. Like sometimes she'd come down on a Friday and maybe they hadn't left yet. Their mom hadn't picked them up. So she definitely met him. And I could see it was like, oh, they're getting at least comfortable with her. And so then that's when I was like, you want to go to the games? Like, I'm sure the girls don't care, or Matthew would care, his Little League game or whatever. And she was like, yeah. And so that's how it started. And then it just slowly kind of, like maybe some days she would stay till Monday. And so then they would come back on Monday and she would be there. But I always asked them, I remember, like, hey, are you guys cool with that? Like, or do you not want her here? When you guys are here staying the night, this is your house. Like, if you don't want me to have somebody over, I won't. And they were like, no, we like Desiree. Like, yeah, that's fine. She can, I think one time too, she couldn't come on that regular weekend, and she didn't want to miss. So she was like, can I come the following weekend? And I'm like, well, that's my kid's weekend. And I remember, I think that was the first time that we, and I remember when I asked them, hey, you guys, Desiree can't come the weekend that I don't have you guys, but she wants to come this weekend, but it's our weekend. Is it good? What do you think? Like, tell me what, and they were like, yeah, we don't. And I'm like, we'll still do our thing. Whatever you guys want, we'll watch our shows. We will do, whatever. But they were already cool, like really cool with her. And she was never like, she's not aggressive, like overbearing or anything.
Yeah.
So they like,
you need to call me mom.
From the get-go. Yeah.
Which is what you want. That's what you want.
Yeah. It's just perfect. And then eventually when she got a job down here, I had to have that talk with them too, because then she was going to be living here permanently. But by then I knew it was going to be good. But if they would have said no, I would have told her no. Like, maybe, go, because she could have went stay with my mom too at,
Yeah.
That would have been weird. Like,
that'd be weird.
Because my mom's the one that I think helped her get the job, like helped her,
Nice. Found
it for her or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but if the kids would have said, any of them, hey, like, no, I don't, I love Des, I like her, but I don't want her living here full. I would have been like, okay, no problem. And I would have told her, so, but she was good with that, and just her personality, they loved her. So I think now they would rather me leave than her. Like if we broke up, they'd be like, well, she stays, you go.
They're like, yeah, we have a split custody with Des. Sorry, you're not seeing us anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, so the same thing. But as far as me, like any that got away that I'm like, nah. I mean, me and Des broke up a couple times when we were first dating, and if it would have ended, I probably would have regretted it because I knew too I was being, yeah, too much pride. Like I gotta let her come back to me. But we didn't talk for a couple months. I remember.
Really?
I remember I was holding out. Like, no, I'm not gonna text her.
Like, nah, I'm gonna step my ground.
Nah, I'm not. I'm gonna hold it out. Yeah, but that one
as you're laying in bed hugging a picture of her.
All right, let's go. Next question. What's the most manipulative thing you've done to keep somebody around?
Probably lied through my teeth.
Do you remember about what, or just
you know what? Things will get better.
Random.
Things are gonna be good. I've changed my ways.
My evil ways.
Yeah,
evil ways.
those that was the old me. This is the new me. And yeah. I mean, well, it didn't pan out, bro. It didn't work.
So you see how those little underhanded methods never work.
Yeah, nah, bro.
You gotta be truthful.
It's immaturity. Immaturity is probably the key. Yeah, for sure.
And I used to do that kind of stuff, like manipulate. Like I think like the young chick, I would try to make her feel like she's younger than she is, to kind of like that was like my way to keep control of her.
Keep her, yeah. Because I'm older and I'm mature.
Yeah, I'm older. I'm wiser. I've been around. You know what I mean? Like, and that was my way of kind of keeping her like, oh yeah, yes sir, you're And I'm sure I've done that with other chicks, like, and I know that's wrong, but I that you're right. That was like more like young stuff. Like,
yeah.
Instead of just realizing someone's not good for you, go find somebody else. You can't let go. You can't, and you do anything you can to keep it, and it ends up, being bad.
It's like when somebody's playing with your toy, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't played with that toy in a long time, and now you want to play? No, that's my toy. For what?
Exactly. Yeah. What about you and Laura? Did you guys ever break up along the journey, or what's the closest you ever come to like a serious breakup?
You know what? In the very, very, very beginning, there was a time where I think a text message was worded wrong. And she kind of like, what did I say? I was going through some stuff. I don't know, probably with like Cass's mom. And something happened where I worded it like, oh, everything is jacked up right now. And I need a break or something like that. And she like texted me like, everything? And I was like, yeah, everything. Like, and then she's like, well, then maybe we should like not hang out or something like that. And I was like, wait, what? And I'm like, no. Like, I don't mean like everything, like everything. I mean everything, like everything besides you or something. I don't know, something. Because I worded it wrong. I think it was out of frustration, and I was kind of mad and like, you know what, like this sucks. Right. But other than that, no, I mean, for the most part, it's been pretty drama free. Actually, it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's when it's like you guys are, Well, so me and Des, I remember one time for months, that's the one I was talking to, where I was like, nah, I'm not calling her. I'm not texting her. And then I feel like there was a couple other ones, you know what I mean? But like, I think we both have always known, like, yeah, we're too close. We both like, so we end up, working it out. Like we know it's like a lot of big talk or whatever, but in the end, we know we're gonna, we'll make a reason to have to text each other, and we'll get into a big fight. Like, that's it, I'm done. And then like, oh, hey, you left one of your earring backs over here. What do you want me? What do you want me to do? But look at what remember I told you. I said I think she's listening.
What'd you say? I heard you. No, I can't read it. I need my glasses, bro.
It says the one that got away, WTF capitals. Oh, so this might be one of those times we're talking about breakups. This might be one.
You're sleeping on the couch, bro.
Actually, yeah. So I got to go deal with her. Hey, are you really mad?
Tell her it was me, bro. Tell her I did it.
Louis just told me to make up a story. She said something about, I can't believe you would say something like that. Hey, you were saying all Aguilars have charm. I'm going to have to bring it out right now because it's going to be a rough night. So the same thing you're talking about. You guys break up. Yeah, same with us. And that was more like in the very beginning. Now we're both pretty chill. We get on each other's nerves. If anything more, now we just annoy each other more. You know what I mean? But
which
like,
is
I don't
which is
even
what
think
you're
we.
supposed to do, I think.
Yeah, right. If you're together,
Yeah.
you know.
Little differences.
She said, "How would that make you feel?" See, I got to go explain to her. I'm not saying the one that got away, like, oh man, I wish she would have been the. I'm just saying the one that got away on that cruise compared to the other one. Say I was even dating that chick. If I would have met Des, I would.
Why are you sweating so much?
Because I know I gotta now I got an hour's worth of explaining.
Cue the outro.
Yeah. Hey, let's cut it early, man. So I can get to work. Hey, write me a script. All right. Let me. Now we're already at 47. So let me go and do my my outro.
Of course. Not because of the time, well, of course.
Well, how about this? Do you have any other? You want to leave us with a little bit of wisdom first, and then I'll go into my outro.
If your heart ever gets broken, just know that it's not over. Life will go on. Because life is hard. Life is hard. Life is good. Life is what you make of it. The best is yet to come if you haven't gotten there. I don't know. To me, the number one thing was music, specifically sugar-free. Other than that, I mean, hang in there. Hang in there. Love is crazy. Hey. Love is crazy, but it's good, but it's bad, but it's scary. But when you get to the right one, I mean, it's enjoyable. Enjoy it.
Yeah, that's when the ride gets easy and comfortable. Yeah. Yep. Like now you're in the carpool lane going 80, just cruising on cruise control.
Yeah, man, with nobody right? ahead of you.
Nobody ahead, nobody behind. Yep. That's a beautiful scene. And
hey, that's a good analogy, bro. I like that. The carpool.
Yeah, right. Carpool lane on cruise control, bro. Sun's going down. So there you have it. Another deep dive into our. That's all we do, huh? Get into our feelings. If you learn something today, great. If you learned something today, great. If not, you probably at least got to feel a little better about yourself and your love life. Well, me at least. Yours is pretty straightforward. Yeah. Compared to me, you didn't get dumped by reading somebody's.
You're
calendar.
Getting that Snoopy treatment, bro.
Yeah.
You know how Snoopy sleeps on top of the doghouse?
Yeah.
Hey, what's your dog's name? Otis.
Yeah.
Right? That's your dog?
Yeah.
You better go. Hey, tell him to split that Snuggie, bro, because that's where you're gonna be at.
Now Desiree will put him in the bed and put me on the floor, bro. She don't play. Okay, so please, if you've got any kind of enjoyment out of this, please give us a like at the minimum. If you're not a subscriber, come on, what are you doing? Look at this. This is great stuff we're giving you week in, week out. So give us your comment. Hey, what was your big what the hell relationship story? You know what I mean? Drop it in the comments. That's what, like, let's compare it to ours. You might have something even crazy. I guarantee there's crazier stories out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't hear a broken window or a keyed car yet.
No, I always was like, dude, what? You got to be dope to be able to get to drive a chick that crazy to throw a brick through your window. I've never had that, bro. I'm like, what?
Bro,
I'm not bringing it.
I just saw a video on TikTok where this homeboy's driving in his Charger with his homeboy, and the girl pulls up in a Dodge Ram, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Hey, man, I told you to leave me alone." And she like backs up, and she does like a half donut into the guy, flips the Charger over, and then and then he's like, "Oh," and then they're like laying in like sideways, like, "Oh, what happened? Oh, she flipped the car." And then at the end of the video, she's in cuffs in the back of the car.
Oh,
she's
in. He gives her a kiss. They got yeah, bro. Yeah, that's a attempted murder.
She's cuffed up in the back of the car, and he says, "Are you happy?" And she goes, "Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. You deserved it or something. I'll do it again."
But that's what I'm saying. How come we've never been able to drive a chick that crazy?
Hey,
that's love. That's real love.
Right there, bro.
I can barely. All I can get is Desiree to yell at me. I can't even get her to slap me. Come on, man. All right. Until next time, friends,
hopefully.
Family, and former lovers out there.
No.
Till next time, this is the Gentleman's Hour.
The Heartbreak Hour.
Oh no.